The January transfer window just got messier for Celtic. A deal has collapsed at the final hour, the agent is speaking out and making serious allegations, and now the Hoops are scrambling for alternatives. Plus, the referee for Sunday's massive clash at Tynecastle has been confirmed, and it's a name that will get fans talking. We've got all the latest from the last 12 hours. But first, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Celtic's January transfer window has just taken another hit. Agent Stav Hackman has gone public about why the Jocelyn Tubby deal fell apart, and his version of events raises some serious questions. The winger was reportedly close to joining the Hoops before everything collapsed, and he ended up at Sunderland instead. Celtic had identified Tarbee as a short-term solution during what's been a really difficult window. The club needed depth and cover at right wing, and the move appeared to be progressing quickly. Medical checks were arranged, travel plans were put in place, everything seemed to be moving forward, but then concerns around timing, communication, and medical clarity started to emerge. The transfer stalled, and what followed was a rapid change of direction that surprised a lot of people, given how advanced the situation had appeared to be. Hackman has now outlined his view of what happened, and he's not holding back. Here's what he told the Daily Record. "We had offers from teams in the Champions League and 5 clubs in the MLS, but we turned them down. We waited for the right offer. He underwent tests in Israel, and we were asked to come to London to see one of the world's leading foot specialists. We felt that something was off. It wasn't a matter of playing games because the deal was done. They didn't tell us that the tests were abnormal. They said that after the results we would sit down and decide whether it was appropriate for him to sit out at the beginning. I had a call from Sunderland's technical director a few days earlier. I thanked him very much for his interest, but I don't do things like that. It's a moral issue, although legally I didn't have to do it. I thought they would back off, but later we got another call from the owner of Sunderland. He asked why we weren't doing the deal. It didn't seem like Celtic were pushing for it, and he told us to think about it again. I paid the hotel bill so that Celtic wouldn't say they had paid for us, and we took the train to Sunderland. We sent an official letter to Celtic and Maccabi Netanya saying that the player would not be coming due to foot dragging. Jocelyn received messages from Celtic fans saying that he was a Zionist and they didn't want him there, and that the owner of Netanya invests in all kinds of security companies. Celtic called us numerous times, but until it was completely signed with Sunderland, we didn't get back to them. Did they do it on purpose because it's Israel? I don't want to say that categorically, but that's how it looks. He has an ankle problem that everyone knows about. Now for the main story, as Celtic are reportedly keen on former Bayern Munich defender Jamie Lawrence. A striker remains the priority, but defensive reinforcements shouldn't be far behind on the list. The Hoops recalled Stephen Welsh from his loan at Motherwell to provide cover, with the 26-year-old partnering Dane Murray at the back in the Scottish Cup win over Auchinleck Talbot. It's now being reported that Martin O'Neill's side are interested in towering defender Jamie Lawrence. The 23-year-old moved from Germany to Austrian side WSG Tirol in summer 2024 and has made 20 appearances so far this season. Lawrence is out of contract at the end of this campaign, but Celtic, along with clubs in Spain, Turkey and China, are said to be monitoring his situation this month, according to Glasgow World. He has previously been capped 14 times at Germany U20 level. The interest makes sense given Celtic's defensive needs. With question marks over several players and the demands of competing on multiple fronts, adding depth at the back would be sensible business. Lawrence's contract situation makes him an attractive option. Out of contract in the summer means he could potentially be available for a reduced fee now, or even on a pre-contract agreement. His physical presence could suit Scottish football, and his experience in Germany's youth setup suggests he has the technical quality to adapt quickly. But as with everything this window, it's about whether Celtic can move quickly enough. Interest from multiple countries means competition will be fierce, and the clock is ticking. Time will tell if this one develops into something concrete, but it's clear Celtic are exploring every option as they try to strengthen before the deadline. In other news, the officials have been confirmed for Hearts versus Celtic at Tynecastle on Sunday, and it's a massive game. Stephen McLean will be in charge of Celtic's vital Premiership clash against Hearts. The experienced referee will be assisted by David McGeechee and Jonathan Bell, while John Beaton will oversee VAR, supported by assistant VAR Duncan Nicholson. The officials are now confirmed, but the spotlight quickly returns to what this match means for Celtic. Hearts sit 6 points clear at the top of the table and remain unbeaten at Tynecastle in the league. For Celtic, this is not just another away fixture, it's a chance to pull the gap back to 3 points, or risk falling 9 behind with momentum slipping away. The need for a striker remains clear, and there's still uncertainty over whether help will arrive before kickoff. Going into a game of this size without addressing that issue would feel like a risk Celtic can ill afford. Recent performances have offered mixed signs. Progress in the Scottish Cup was achieved against Auchinleck, but the display raised questions about cutting edge and control. Against stronger opposition, those issues become harder to hide. Hearts have shown they can punish mistakes and manage tight games, especially at home. Refereeing decisions will inevitably come under scrutiny given the stakes. Stephen McLean is an experienced official, and Celtic will hope for consistency and calm in a game likely to carry tension. With VAR in place, moments inside both boxes will be closely examined, leaving little room for error from players or officials. This is a game Celtic simply have to win. Anything less, and the title race could be slipping away before February even begins. In other news, a new Celtic transfer target has emerged, and the board have been holding critical meetings about January additions. Martin O'Neill has been open about the need for reinforcements since returning to the dugout. While results have stabilised on the pitch, the squad remains stretched in several areas. The feeling around the club is that time has now reached a point where decisions must be made. The main focus of the meeting centred on the forward line. Celtic have been linked with several options throughout January, but concrete progress has been slow. That appears to be changing as internal discussions intensify. Lastly, Celtic have been urged to sign Tawanda Maswanhais to fix what's been described as a troubled position. The Motherwell forward has been one of the league's standout performers this season, and his name keeps coming up in connection with a potential move to Celtic Park. The 23-year-old represented his nation at AFCON very recently, netting for them in the group stages. His performances were rewarded as he was named among the most promising talents at this year's edition of the tournament. He picked up where he left off at Motherwell, returning from AFCON to then rack up 4 goal contributions in his last 3 domestic games, including the only goal in their Scottish Cup 4th round win over Ross County at the weekend. Martin O'Neill and Mark Fotheringham were in attendance at Fir Park amid growing links with a move. He is third in the Premiership scoring charts with 10, and in total has 17 contributions in 27 appearances for the North Lanarkshire side this season. His teammate Andy Halliday spoke of growing interest around Maswanhais recently and insisted the club won't let him go so easily during this window. Maswanhais has been one of the league's standout performers this season. Many would welcome his arrival with open arms given he's shown his ability on numerous occasions against opponents who would be no stranger to him. Motherwell boss Jens Berthel Asko has moved to cool off interest on his in-demand player, stating he feels calm about the situation. Here's what Asko told the Daily Record: "We don't have to cash in on Maswanhais. Am I calm about it? Yeah, the interest has been growing and will hopefully grow until we find the right moment with the player to move them on. That moment is not now. We can't keep Tawanda forever, and we shouldn't keep him forever." But that's all the latest Celtic news for today. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Drop a comment below with your thoughts on Celtic's transfer moves. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.